Welcome everyone to Saturday Evening Chats. I forgot to label this one, so I think this is like 124 or something like that. I don't remember. Um, we're joined tonight by Mr. New York Outcast. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good, thanks. It's good to be here, and thanks for joining us, everybody.
I don't know if you want to get that far ahead of yourself right now. So let's get the intro going.
In a world of uncertainty and turmoil, one man stands alone, along with his faithful sidekick. A man who entertains and educates the masses weekly, 70% of the time. Born out of the dusty plains of Washington State, now from the coastal forests of Oregon. The man, the myth, the man. G23.
So, first in was Mr. Kingpin, followed by MOA 360, Tactical Fud, Andy 79Z28, G Webs is out there, Rich White, reloading from the hot pot, Mr. Gene is out there, CB, M. Gabriel, and Mr. Defense Dad, followed by, last but not least so far, is the Misfits Darling. So, I think it was like Wednesday. I was watching Cape Gunworks with Toby from on doing a live stream, and at the very end of it, he brought up a SCOTUS case that like no one's talking about, and so I went and I dug into it to see what it was all about and everything, and it's pretty interesting and funny at the same time. So probably talk about that a little bit. And so yesterday we had a challenge to Major 114 for an injunction to stop it until the case could be settled. The judge said she's going to give out her ruling in the early part of this next week. So we shall find out if it's going to go into effect on Thursday or not. And then Rich White said something about Apple. Did Gizzard corrupt G23? No. I will never own Apple products. Never. And I can tell you one thing. If somebody would to give me an Apple product, it'd either become a target or get sold. One of the two. Because I don't use proprietary operating systems. So, let's screen share. So we'll start with, so that YouTube can't say that I'm providing false or misleading information or anything like that. This is an actual court docket. Clearly see, this is from the Supreme Court of the United States. And the docket number is 22-380. And so this is a challenge saying about the elections, and I'll get into that more. But this is actually scheduled to be heard, distributed for a conference on January 6th of 2023. Kind of funny that they picked that date, huh? So I'll go to another page which actually gives the context. So this is Brunson v. Adams, and it is the docket number 22-380 on the Supreme Court. And this is Roland J. Brunson, plaintiff, versus Alma S. Adams, defendant. Jared C. Bennett, United States Magistrate Judge. Jill N. Parrish, District Judge. Report and recommendation. Jared C. Bennett, United States Magistrate Judge. District Judge Jill N. Parrish referred this case to the magistrate Judge Jared C. Burnett under 28 U.S.C. 636B1B. Before the court is plaintiff Roland J. Brunson. Mr. Brunson's motion to remand for the following reasons. The court respectfully recommends that Mr. Brunson's motion to remand be denied. So this is a challenge. It says Mr. Brunson, appearing pro se, so he's representing himself, challenges the removal of his case to federal court. Mr. Brunson commenced this action on June 21st, 2021 in the 2nd District Court of the United States of Utah against 129 members of the United States House of Representatives, 94 United States Senators, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and former Vice President Pence, collectively 1 defendant. In general terms, Mr. Brunson's complaint seeks redress for the violation of his constitutional protected right to participate in an honest and fair election. So he's asking for the Supreme Court to step in and throw out the elections. And he's Mr. Brunson claims are based on inter alia, the United States Constitution and defendant's sworn oath of office to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic. Mr. Brunson alleges that defendants violated the Constitution and their respective oaths by intentionally refusing to ensure an honest and fair election. Additionally, and more specifically, Mr. Brunson asserts that members of the Congress are obligated to reject electoral college vote submissions from states whose electoral systems are so badly flawed as to render their vote submissions unreliable, untrustworthy, and unworthy of acceptance. Mr. Brunson claims that despite this obligation, during the January 6, 2021 proceedings to count electoral college votes, defendants knowingly mocked their oaths and became enemies of the United States Constitution they swore to protect by allowing fraudulent votes to be counted. So, you have any comments on this?
I wish the guy luck. but I would not be shocked if he doesn't suffer from a very unfortunate accident very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, I dug deep into this. I'm not going to read the entire part of it, but down deep in here, he's actually asking that something like 391 people be charged with treason and removed from office. Yeah, so it gets to be kind of crazy if you go through and you read this, and this is all out there, easily obtainable. I mean, I'm not very computer savvy, and I was able to find it. So it is out there. Again, it's on the Supreme Court. You go to docket search, type in 22-380, and you can find it. Or you can just do a Google search of Brunson v. Adams, and you can find it. Yes, absolutely. If you pray for him. He's gonna need it. So, M. Gabriel says that Oregon 114 situation is a nightmare. If you have to do paper fingerprints for the time being, won't every transaction be significantly delayed? So, yeah, 114 is a lot. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot of stuff that there's a whole lot of people aren't really talking about, because like most states that do the 10-round mag ban, allow, the California compliant magazines. Not Oregon. Oregon says no. If those magazines are easily or readily convertible to accept more than 10 rounds, they are banned in the state of Oregon. So that would pretty much require every manufacturer to make proprietary magazines just for the state of Oregon. I don't know a single manufacturer that's going to do something like that. The other option is to permanently modify them to only accept 10-round magazines. So you're going to have to weld the magazine so that the base plate cannot come off that firearm magazine. So that means you're never going to be able to change the spring, change the follower. So those magazines are going to become totally disposable. You're never going to be able to take them apart and clean them, which is what they're intended to be able to do. Yeah, there's a lot to it. The purchase permit, they don't even know exactly what's going to be required. It does state in there that there's going to have to be live fire training, but again, there's not a single firearm range in Oregon. Maybe the new sheriff's range that they built up in I think Multnomah County might be able to do it, but if you're talking one building in the entire state, is that really going to be feasible for everybody to be able to travel up there, especially if you live like in Bend in the middle of winter, trying to drive some of those highways? They could get pretty hairy. So they still haven't decided if they're going to be able to allow your CHL trainers to be able to do these classes or not, because right now it is only law enforcement that's going to be able to offer these. So we're going to put a strain on law enforcement even more when they're short-staffed and underfunded. Now they got to come up with what some sheriff's departments are saying is going to cost them anywhere between $300,000 and $400,000 a year to operate. So, like I said, there is a great. There's probably four lawsuits against it right now. On Friday, December 2nd, off Oregon Firearm Federation, along with Washington's Silent Majority Foundation, were in court in Pendleton, Oregon, attempting to get a temporary injunction stopping Measure 114 from being able to go into effect, December 8th. So if you actually go and you deep dive into, this is supposed to be, if it's passed, it's supposed to go into effect 30 days after the election is certified. The election in Oregon isn't even due to be certified till December 15th. So this is supposed to start 7 days before the election is even certified. How is this possible? So, there's a lot of crazy things, and that's kind of the reason why I missed last week's show, is trying to go deep dive into this to try making sure I'm staying on the right side of the law. I do not want to comply with this, but then again, I'm not going to give up my freedom of walking down the street just to be the one person who's going to say this is completely unconstitutional. So I don't think any federal judge has laughed it out of court yet. No one knows exactly how they're going to even go about enforcing it, because if you sit there and you read everything about it, there's so much double talk. You just can't. There's almost no way to completely understand how this is going to go into effect. There's so many different fronts they're trying to attack on at one point in time, and just so vague statements in it. It's crazy. So Smeggy asks, in your reading, does it say people who already own a gun need a permit? So you don't have to have a permit to own a firearm. So if you already own the firearms, they're yours. It's a permit to purchase. So if you want to purchase a firearm after December 8th, then you'll have to get a permit, which in that permitting, like I said, you'll have to go through all this training that absolutely no one is ready to do. But if you listen to the state attorney general in court yesterday, every law enforcement is ready to implement this as of December 8th. That's what she openly told the judge. They're ready to go. The program's in order. But it's kind of funny that one of the defendants against her in that same court case was a sheriff's officer who says they have no clue how they're going to do it. Yeah. No one's even ready to enforce it because no one completely understands what they're going to enforce. You know, I mean, like, so, we'll take the, SIG P320. If it comes standard, like if you get the California compliant model and it comes with a 10-round magazine, but you get one that's like running in a free state that comes with a 15-round magazine in your compact or then which one, they have no clue. Okay, well, can they just change out those 15 rounds and put 10-round mags in there? Well, no, not if you actually read what the context says. But there's so much of that double talk in there. That all has to be clarified before anyone's ever going to be able to go around enforcing any of it. So, yeah.
Oh, you're confusing me, man. That whole California compliant, I mean, if it's compliant, they're only sending you 10-round magazines anyway. It's like the same with New York. Like they offer a different package for New York compliant. So instead of 3 different size magazines, I'll get 3 of what's legal. If they don't offer smallers, is one of the options in a sense. So now I'm not agreeing with it or nothing. I'm just stating, like, if I'm trying to get what you were saying, and technically there's still like a lot of guns that have 17-round mags, but if there's a factory 10-round mag, then it's and it meets other markers, you're still allowed to have it. It might be kind of a pain in the ass, but it can still be done.
No, see, the way they worded it is if it can be easily or readily converted to accept more than 10 rounds. So, like your California compliant magazines, they'll just take a standard, 15-round mag, 12-round mag, whatever it is, and they put a plug in there, which they just pop the original base plate off, and they put,
some magazines, but other magazines, they just come standard set up for 10, even though they're a full-size magazine. So, because I buy a lot of these magazines too, and usually you got to pay more for a neutered magazine, but it's whether they put divots in the thing so you can't easily modify it back, or whether it's the base plate's 3 times longer of a chunk of plastic. I mean, their companies do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so like this here is a 10-round mag, for the 43X. So here's your base plate. All you have to do is pop this base plate off, and I can put a +2, a +5 extension on there. And so that is then considered easily and readily convertible. So they would have to have some way of altering it so that that base plate could never come off.
Well, I don't know. If they're nitpicking like that, it seems like something ridiculous that probably wouldn't pass, because I'd see that affecting a lot of things. So, I mean, obviously they're going to have an exemption for police, but that's just, almost anything can be modified. So, I mean, that's kind of common sense in a way.
So actually, this one doesn't really. So as long as it's their duty pistol, then that's one thing. But if they go purchase a firearm for off-duty carry or for, their personal, they have to comply with this new law just like every other citizen does. So they didn't even get the exemption like what normal would get.
Sounds like crap. You've been talking about this since it happened, pretty much nonstop, and it still sounds the same. Sounds like crap.
I think I was talking about this before it happened, like when we were still having a chance to stop it in the elections. But yeah, it's pretty much shit, and it's gonna be shit until we can get rid of it. So Jet says, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh, just bullshit that's going on. So Rich says the HK USP 10 round mags can't be modified. Well, then I guess what? They're going to say every single person has to buy an HK? And yeah, you could say, well, those Ruger 10-round box magazines, certain metal GI mags, well, you can only do so much as a single person, and I know there's a lot of us that were putting out information about this. And I don't know how you can vote away a constitutional right on a simple majority vote. So this should have taken at least 60% requirement, but it was a simple majority of 50.1% or better. Just to and yeah. Yes. It does. It pisses a lot of people off. I mean, if you're trying to just be a law-abiding citizen, all of a sudden, it comes down to, I'm going to end up being a criminal.
No, you're not a criminal if you don't get caught. Guess it's all how you look at things.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. Roy says now you get to experience what it feels like to be a Californian. Except California has more freedom than Oregon now does. So, yeah. So, Hebrew Hammer says the power resides at your county commission. So, the county I reside in is a 2A sanctuary county, and the sheriff's department um, by the voters, the sheriff's department was granted the ability to um, not enforce anti-2A laws, um, and they're supposed to do the will of the people of the county. And the sheriff decided that he's going to agree and abide by what the law states. Yes, yes. Right now, the anti-2A states are in a pissing contest to see um, who's going to win, who's going to be the worst of the worst in the 2A. New York is at it with their what do they call that new bull crap? Not the SAFE Act, but that new crap that's already in court.
I don't know. I know what I call it, but I don't know what they call it.
I know there's that stupid ass fucking name that she came up with. It's fucking kind of moronic, but yeah, that new crap in New York. Yeah, it is definitely tyranny. Yep, New Jersey has 4769. So, yes, so the that is all in writing. It was all voted on. Oh, fuck. What? 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago. Mike Weiss says, what's going on in Oregon makes him glad to live in California. That's fucked up when the Californians are like, hey, we're glad we live in California. We don't got to deal with all that kind of fucked up shit.
They probably got better weather than you, too.
Yes, they got better fucking weather than us because it's freezing ass cold right now.
Why the hell do you live there? And not to completely take you off topic, but what are you two from? You're not. You're supposedly an East Coaster, even though you swear by
No,
West Coast. But
no. So
why do you two live there?
I was born and raised in Washington State, and I have lived on the East Coast. But I've spent 99.9% of my life on the West Coast.
So your family and stuff is all from the area where you're at, or somewhat close?
Washington State, yeah.
Mm. And I assume the same with your lady?
Yep.
All right.
And I can't seem to get the wife to agree to move to Missouri.
Does she have attachment issues? Or she just doesn't want you to get her away from all her people.
Well, we moved to South Carolina. We were there for like a year. Things just didn't work out, so we came back to the West Coast. Otherwise, who knows? We may still be living in South Carolina, and neighbors to Night Strike. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, you would have regretted that.
Yep.
Yeah, that little son of a bitch is a handful.
So we've got Uncle John out there. This crazy Scotsman's out there. Michael Hurtneck, Vanessa Kitty, David Walcott. We've answered a couple of comments from Mr. Hebrew Hammer. So welcome, Tim S. That bearded guy. Trying to see if I missed anyone else. Mario, the Mechanic Molina is out there. M. Gabriel, Jet 001. So, Mr. Smeggy 42 was out there. Craig, Georgia Trapping and Fishing is out there. So, well, on better news, Washington will probably be getting a early Christmas present on their 10-round mag ban. The Silent Majority Foundation was in court like the day before Thanksgiving. And the judge said that they would have their ruling before Christmas. So that should be good because every question that was asked during the court proceeding was directed directly at the Silent Majority Foundation and not directed towards the state side. So if you kind of try reading tea leaves, that typically leans in favor of. So hopefully Washington will be back to a free state of being able to buy standard capacity magazines for Christmas. Mr. Hasbro TV or Hasbro is out there. Welcome. So what the hell's been going on with you? I know I wasn't here last Saturday. Haven't really seen you in a whole lot of chats.
I've been busy working, life. That's about it. Nothing real special. At least I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. Surviving, avoiding prison.
So, have you guys gotten any more snow?
Nah, we've gotten a little bit, like dustings here or there, but nothing significant. So, nothing that's stuck around. It's been raining the last week pretty much nonstop, which really sucks. Oh my gosh, that bearded guy, man. We got into this earlier. It's, some people,
Yeah, I know. You guys were talking about that. What was it? Yesterday? When Maggie was doing his Every Second Matters chat?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right, yeah. It's all right, you know. It's 45 guys are okay. You might be wrong, but you're okay.
So, Mr. Burnaby Sanchez is out there. Welcome. He says, Buenos nachos, pineapple on pizza kind of night. I'll fight you on the subject if you like. So, are we going to go into the debate of pineapple belongs on pizza or no? It does not belong on pizza.
Not a huge fan, but I believe I've tried it, and I honestly don't think it was that bad. But I'm not a big fan, so you know, it just doesn't seem right. But I like pineapple. I like pizza, so it should work, right? But I don't know. I think pizza, there's some traditions to pizza. Unlike G23 with give me every topping there possibly is, so I don't even recognize what it is. Pizza is supposed to, you know, yeah, you can get something like a meat lovers or supreme or do it up however you like. But I think there is, I don't know, some things that just might be too much. But you know, if
So,
Bernie wants, you know, we're hanging out and we could go have, you know, pineapple and half whatever I want. It's just not a problem. It's America.
so what you're saying is that you're a cheese pizza and I want every fucking thing I can get.
No, I like Supreme. I like meat lovers. I know that refers back to, you know, I don't know, whatever people that make the pizzas, but those size pizzas, I like stuff on my pizza. Don't get me wrong. So, but yeah, it's when you're dumping sauces and stuff on there. I think that's more disgraceful than some pineapple on pizza, personally. But that's just me. I mean, your pizza should not look like soup. But again, that's just me.
I don't think I've ever had a pizza that looked like soup.
Man, those ones you were posting up, those ones you did because you could. I don't know, bro. I think I would have passed on that shit.
Hey, it was one price and you could have everything. I mean, every
Yeah,
topping
but
that they
just
had
because
in
you
there.
can don't mean you should, you know?
I didn't have everything. I had pepperoni was the only meat on the pizza. Then it had like a bunch of veggies on there. I didn't go with the dairy-free cheese, but I went with all the other flavored cheeses.
You had like 26 toppings or something. Like, like they probably had to stand on the damn box to get it closed. And then on top, it looked like 3 different types of soup poured all over it, dude. Like,
there
I
was
don't know how you're still alive.
a pesto that was on the very top of it. If you don't, and pesto is definitely not
Hey,
soup.
it's America, so good for you, okay? But I won't share half a pizza with your ass because there ain't no way that's not sliding over to my half on the ride to wherever we're at.
And there was pineapple on that. Just saying. It was. The Scotsman says vegetables on pizza don't make him healthy. Well, if you actually looked at that pizza, it was pretty damn healthy.
Please, please, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sort of wondering if you just scraped up all those different toppings and filled your condiments at home.
You know, you had your dairy, which is the cheese. You had your bread, which is the crust. You had your veggies, and you had your protein.
Well, like I said, it's America. You can have your pizza however you like it. Just don't force me to like how you like yours. That's all I'm saying.
Nope. You can have your pizza any way you want it, cheese boy. See, you try saying Glock is a cheese pizza. I just proved to you. Not only am I a cheap bastard, but I will take advantage and get every damn topping I can get for free.
Even at the sake of the taste of your pizza, just to prove a point, you'll do this.
Hey, that pizza tasted damn delicious.
Of course, you're going to say this. You're biased. You're defending yourself.
You could ask the wife. Hey, woman, was that pizza not delicious?
She doesn't want to get locked in the basement. She's going to back you up. You see, it's too bad you didn't have a screenshot of that pizza because everybody else out there could judge. But
Oh, you mean... I think there might be the ability of showing it. It might take a couple seconds to find it, but...
yeah, then you could throw one of them polls up and see what people think about your pizza. I think it's just maybe a Washington thing.
Like... You talking about like this? Like, here's the garlic bread.
That looks decent. Whoa. Whoa. What is that?
So you have mozzarella, and you have feta cheese. You got mushrooms. There's some pineapple, onion.
It's like
Pesto.
giant clumps of stuff all over. Are you sure that's cheese, bro?
Oh yes, that's cheese. Yes. Let's go. Cauliflower crust, olives on there. Dude, this had pesto, garlic rub, chopped garlic, spinach, arugula, mozzarella, ricotta. That's another mozzarella and ricotta. That's the two like really white cheeses. Asiago, Parmesan, feta, gorgonzola, ground beef, pepperoni, mushrooms, pineapple, red onion, roasted garlic, oregano, fresh rosemary, and pesto drizzle.
Like 20 toppings. So you got to put a poll out there, man. Is this too much, people? To me, that's too much.
David Walcott says, Jesus, G23, how is your heart still going?
See? What I'm saying. Good Lord.
Oh. Rich White says, that's not a pizza. That's an abomination. And then the Misfits Darling says, it actually doesn't sound too bad, other than the pesto.
Well, trust me, that chick's crazy. So it doesn't count for much.
I'm just saying. So, yes. now I guess we'll put a poll out there to see how this.
Have you ever gotten like a fountain drink and mix a couple of them? Everybody's done that, right?
Yeah, you do the graveyard where you put like every flavor of soda in the cup at one time.
No, that's what you don't do, because then it always tastes like crap. Like, you gotta stop at a couple. You know what I mean? It's the same thing at like the ice cream shop. Well, not really there, or the yogurt shops or something. Like, if you get 5 in the same cup, it screws it up, man. 2 or 3 is okay. That's funny. People mixing sodas and they got their own names for them and stuff. Like a cross the country thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's something crazy. Have you ever tried mixing milk and Pepsi?
No, but isn't that like the new Pepsi commercial that's like going around?
I honestly, I don't know. So I don't really watch modern TV. Not that I recall. So, well, I guess that used to be a thing or something. My mom tried to get me to try it once. And I'll be honest, I tried it. And honestly, it wasn't bad, but it sounds disgusting. It totally, like, even just thinking about it now, sounds disgusting. But it wasn't bad.
Hopefully, why is that not?
We having problems over there? You drop your ice cream or something?
Oh, the poll didn't want to work. Okay, so now there's a poll out there that you guys can vote in. So welcome hunting and stuff with J&J. Yes, New York Outcast is picky.
Well, I don't know if I'd say I'm picky, but I've definitely got standards.
Okay, well, the poll is live. We'll check on it in a few minutes. There's 3 options to the poll. And one of them might be making fun of Rob D.
Option 3, folks. Option 3.
Oh,
it's funny. Yeah, maybe people like a hot mess on a so-called pizza. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it is America, so to me, like I said, there's sometimes there is such thing with too much moderation.
We have this thing right now that's called inflation, and they're like jacking the price of everything up. So if you're going to tell me that it's one price if I get one topping or if I get 100 toppings, I'm getting 100 toppings. Don't tell me it's going to cost the same. You and your 3 toppings is going to cost the same as me and my 36 toppings.
So, do you order soda without ice?
Yes, I do.
Okay, just checking.
I want if I'm paying for 44 ounces of soda, then I'm getting 44 ounces of soda. I'm not going to get 4 ounces of soda and 40 ounces of ice.
If a store shorted you 2 cents, but you're already getting in your car before you figured it out, are you going back in there?
You know, it's kind of funny because what you were saying, the wife was like, had said right before, tell him about how you argued over 3 cents in the store. So
But you guys call me cheap.
they overcharged me 3 cents, and I'm like, oh hell no.
That's funny. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but mess with you a little bit. I seen where that was going. You know, you fell right into it.
Like CB says, should see my Subway sandwich. Hell yeah, dude, I'm gonna. So like,
Man, if you want value, you already screwed up by going to Subway. Come on now, folks.
so Subway has 2 subs. One's called the Italian BMT, and one's called the Spicy Italian. The only difference between these two is one has ham on it and one does not have ham on it. So I told him, I was like, hey, I'll take 2 of the Italian BMTs, take the ham off one and put it on the other one. Yeah, because my wife doesn't really like ham, so I took her, instead of giving her ordering the sandwich that didn't come with the ham and still paying the same damn price. No, I'm going to order the sandwich that has the ham and then say, hey, take the ham off that one sandwich and put it on the other sandwich. That's how cheap I am.
You bring your own cheese when you order a cheeseburger.
No, because then I'd order a hamburger.
Right. But do you carry cheese around?
No, because normally there's not, much difference in price between a hamburger and a cheeseburger.
Oh, there's a difference. Maybe I shouldn't have bring it up. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know. Now the not buying your lady flowers thing makes a little more sense.
I'm a cheap
But
bastard.
I do feel bad for her.
Hasbro says, you eat that pizza, please give people warning so they can sit upwind. Farts can travel upwind. I'm just saying.
The fuck are you doing?
Oh,
boy.
Well, don't ask me to make your drink.
Why?
Because it's going to be a double.
Oh. let's check this poll. So the poll says, would you try the pizza that was shown? 37% say yes. 37% say hell no. I'm a New York outcast or friend. And 26% say no.
Ooh. So you got burned, man. That's the majority. Definitely wouldn't try that.
I think some people just decided that they wanted to say that they were a friend of New York outcast.
I appreciate that. Yeah. A lot of good people out there, good folks, true friends.
So we'll let that poll keep running for a little bit. Yep, 63% say no. Well, that's just because, 63% of people are afraid of cheese. Whoa, there's a crazy sighting. Artak and Daughters showed up.
What's up? I'm wondering what's going on with him. I know he's still doing his videos, but never see him around here anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. He told me one day that he had to do a YouTube jail term. So, yep, the bearded guy says 90% of people are scared to try new things.
Well, that's another aspect, I think, or leads to one. If you only had the money for that one pizza, would you make it like that? Actually, that's probably a bad way to put it too. But if that pizza was offered for free, would you try a slice, or would you order your pizza like that? I think that would be a difference, because there's probably even less people that would even order a pizza that way. But, they're open-minded and would try it. If you offered them a slice, they wouldn't be like, oh, I don't want that pizza. So I think your true numbers are even lower.
David Walcott says, do I sign a contract before eating G23's pizza? No, there's no contract.
Well, if it was G Webs, wouldn't there be like tofu pepperoni or something?
I think he'll still eat regular, because he still eats meat. Didn't you see when he did a live stream of eating Five Guys pizza or Five Guys burger?
No, but I do recall him saying he's been eating there lately. So, but I don't know. For all I know, they got one of them, vegan burgers or something. I don't know. Like, what was that? McDonald's or somebody was running those for a little while. McDonald's or Burger King or something. I don't know. I don't know. I thought he was strictly against meat, only believed in Vans, and was secretly in love with 9mm.
Oh, he says he got he got fries and a BLT, not a Five Guys burger. You know the funny thing, Roy? I just had an In-N-Out burger before this show started. So, you know, In-N-Out is pretty damn delicious and not super expensive, you know?
Oh man, I had a couple nice homemade burgers. Real meat, none of that mystery stuff. Made the way you like it. Oh, it was great. A couple burgers and salad. Right here at home, the old-fashioned way.
Yep. Gun Toting Pacifist says Five Guys is like $15 for a bacon cheeseburger and small fry.
Not lying, that place is, in my opinion, it's overpriced. It's like, I think it's good. Honestly, I think it's overrated. It's good, but it's pricey. You know, the fries are great. But really, you know, when you look at those burger patties, they're like, you know, dollar menu burger patties. You get two of them, but still, I guess they say that's so they can cook them quicker and they're fresher and whatnot, whatever. I don't know, but it's good, but I don't think it's that good. Like, it's still just a damn burger, you know? So I don't know. I think that, yeah, but their locations are great. They always put them, the one here is next to a college. So, you know what I mean? It's a prime location for them. So, and they're always busy. So it's amazing.
So, David Walcott says, how many people say soda and how many people say pop?
Soda.
It's soda.
See, I thought the pop people got their pop from the ice box. Like, I thought that was an age thing, not a southern or east west thing. But I've been told no, people still say pop now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still hear people say, you know, pop and stuff, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? It's soda.
What do you mean you still hear people? I say pop.
And I still say that you're crazy and it's soda.
It's pop.
And doesn't like Texas call everything like a Coke or Dr. Pepper? Like everything, you just get a lemon one or a cherry one, or you know. Say we live in a crazy country.
Okay, so we're gonna go scientific. We're gonna end the poll that we have going right now. 38% of the people voted that they would try it. So we're gonna end that. We're gonna start another poll. Is it called soda, pop? There you go. There's the poll. So the bearded guy says, I agree with your wife. Hi, Mrs. G23.
Hi.
Damn. So right now, with 8 votes, it's a 50-50.
What's this poll?
Is it called soda
Soda or pop? Okay, yeah, I got it. Sorry.
or pop?
Sorry, I had a brain fart. 50-50. Now, does that have to do with an age group too? I mean, is it an older thing without sounding disrespectful in any way? But
I don't know. Defense Dad says soda, you heathens. So I don't know if he's agreeing that it's called soda or if he's saying that if you call it soda, you're a heathen. Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Either way, he sounds pissed at somebody.
I know. I think he's calling my wife a heathen.
What?
I think he's saying it's called soda, and if you don't call it soda, you're a heathen. Pretty sure that's how he meant it.
You think he would call your wife a heathen like that? I mean,
Yes, I do believe Defense Dad would call my wife a heathen.
really? He kind of seems like a nice guy. I mean,
She might or might not accept that.
Miss Vanessa Kitty says, hello, Mrs. G23.
Hello, back in her.
we all know your missus is cooler than you.
Oh, hell yeah. And so Defense did just say it's called soda.
Damn.
So, therefore,
He did call me a
That son of a bitch.
I knew I liked Defense Dad for a reason.
Well, I guess you could say supper or dinner. I mean, to me, it's dinner, but there's a lot of supper people out there. I don't know. I'm wondering if that whole pop thing is seriously an age thing. Because like I said, the only people I've ever heard that like refer to getting it from the ice box, where it was like they were old, So I don't know.
No, I hear young people calling it pop too. I don't know. I think it just depends on your upbringing. Like, if your parents called it pop, then you're probably more likely going to refer to it as pop. Or if your friends are calling it all soda, I don't know. Like, a lot of the people around me all called it pop, but I always called it soda. Because soda would be like if you want to, like, we're going to shorten it, it's soda pop, so soda would be the first part of that. And that's therefore how you'd have to shorten it. You're not going to go to the very end of it and say, okay, we're going to call it pop. Because anytime you shorten or abbreviate words, you don't go to the end of the word to abbreviate how you're going to refer to the entire word.
Well, maybe they're just on a delay like your time zone. So it switches over the soda part and ends on the pop.
No.
I'm just throwing ideas out. I don't know, man. So, what happened to Mouse Man? He off stealing some cheese?
Oh, he said he was going to be late, but I don't think he's going to show up.
Maybe he's pregnant.
Could be. Ooh.
Could have just mistaken what he was saying.
Soda is 72%. Wow, that keeps changing quick. So 72% soda and 28% pop. Now it's gone 74%. So so therefore, woman, you're wrong.
Oh, she's a popper?
Parents are from the South, they called it pop.
Oh yeah, yes, you heard that correct. Rob. She does refer to it as pop.
Wow.
I know. You would think if there was any reason for a grounds for divorce, it would be that right there.
Well, I wouldn't call that grounds for divorce, but I definitely keep an eye on her.
I still can't believe that guy called me a heathen. I can see Rob calling me a heathen, but not somebody else.
Did you hear that, Rob?
I didn't, unfortunately.
She said that she could see you calling her a heathen, but not somebody else.
Oh, come on now. No.
She's all up over your ass.
Thought you said she didn't like ham.
She doesn't like ham. It's another reason why you divorce her.
Well. When you get complimentary breakfast, you get the extra bacon. That's not a bad thing.
Well, actually, yeah, how is that possible, woman? You don't like ham, but you like bacon.
I don't know. I don't like meat as much of anything.
Yeah.
Is she left-handed?
No.
Okay.
Nope. The Scotsman says, I guess she's never met me, haha. I would call her a damn heathen.
Well, oh my God.
While he was wearing a kilt, he would call you that.
Well, of course I would.
Because he's from Scotland. And it's only been like a year or two that he became an American. Defense says, does anyone else wonder if when Lena Mixlick decides it's time for her and her man to get freaky, you hear a loud beep and she yells, "Hey-o."
No, I don't wonder about her sex life, but it's interesting that he does. Learned a lot of things about this guy tonight.
So G-Webs says, the internet says pop was first for years. When drinks were carbonated like beer and corked, then when soda fountains were a thing, the term soda started to call drinks with syrup and fizzy water. So if it has been carbonated by a manufacturer, equal root beer, equal pop, but drinks like Coke / 7-Up are sodas.
So it probably is an age thing in a sense. Yeah, China when it first came out was called this, and now people are calling it something else or something. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess it could be an age thing, but I don't know because
We're close to solving one of the biggest dilemmas on the planet. So, I mean, maybe we shouldn't give up. I don't know.
Well, the poll's been going for 10 minutes. We have 21 votes, and at 67%, soda is beating pop. So,
well, do you have supper or dinner?
that all started like back, like in the olden days or whatever. You know, back a long time ago when it would be supper would be like your lunch, and dinner was dinner, and so you'd have a heavier like.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was.
Does Richipedia agree to this? Because I know he's got a recent update, so he might have some information on this. But I just want to verify because
And then
where the
some
hell did lunch come from? Because there was brunch too at one time, right? So
Yep.
how many damn times did people have to eat? I mean, what the hell's going on? They were a lot smaller in the old days. They didn't even live as long. Maybe they ate themselves to death. I don't know.
And then as we started kind of going away from, you know, a lot of people working in their own fields and stuff like that and moving on, people would call supper when you were eating at home, and then, hey, we're going to go out to dinner. So if you're going to go to McDonald's or go out to a restaurant, then people would refer to that as dinner. So, you know, there's different methods of it.
Interesting. I don't know why, but more interesting than the pop debate.
So DJ says lunch and dinner, supper doesn't exist, neither does breakfast, and I'm thinking brunch is sus. So Bald and Curious says, are we really wasting Saturday night talking about soda versus pop and dinner versus supper? Jeez, we are a bunch of losers.
I resemble that.
Uncle John says dinner was lunch and supper was dinner. So I had it backwards.
It used to be breakfast, dinner, and supper. We went to breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, this is serious business, Bald. I mean, everything isn't about muzzle rise, you know? But I do like the graphs you got going. We'll probably open to suggestions.
We are definitely open to suggestions. So I'll give it 2 more minutes on the poll, or 1 more minute. So after it's been 15 minutes, I'll end it. So Michael Hurtneck says gas is $2.59 a gallon. It's been a while since I put gas in my vehicle. What did I tell you the gas was, woman? The last time I went and put gas in? It was like 3 something.
Man, $2.59 sounds cheap. Yeah, we're definitely 3 and change here, 360 something, somewhere around that area. It's been a couple days, but
Let me pull up the Costco app and I can tell you what the gas price is.
technically I shouldn't say sounds cheap. Sounds like it's close to where it should be.
So gas is $3.46 a gallon, $3.45.9 a gallon, and premium is $3.95.9 or $3.96 a gallon, however you want to call it. And yes, I only get my gas at Costco. And it was $3.70 or $3.79.9, so $3.80 a gallon when I put gas in my car the last time. No, it's gone down. It's $3.46 a gallon.
Sounds similar to the New York prices.
Yeah, Defense Dad says I gas up at Costco, so it's 20 cents cheaper than anywhere else in town. And then if you have the Costco credit card, you get 3% cash back on your gas purchase. So you can save even more money. Maybe the Costco close to you, Vanessa, but I see people here that are filling up like 6-10 gas cans at a time sometimes. What were you going to say, Rob?
I was going to say, we don't have a Costco, but I can tell you they pissed me off when I've been traveling. So it wasn't too long ago. I was driving back from somewhere and needed a gas station. And I think it popped up on GPS or something, and I went to it, and I couldn't get gas because I'm not a member. So I believe a guy ended up like letting me use like his member card, and I bought gas or something.
Yep.
I can't remember how it went down, but all in all, I kind of pissed me off because I needed gas. Like, I got gas. I need, I've got cash. I can pay for it, but they had that whole membership hostage thing going on, so kind of sucked. But
I don't think Costco
special proprietary gas stations.
I don't think Costco takes cash either. It has to be a card.
So maybe I didn't get gas. I don't remember how it worked out now, but I remember it was a problem. I was shocked. So I was like, that's strange. Like a private gas station? Like I've never heard of such a thing. Like I have, but like for, city employees, things like that, but not a regular gas station is what it looked like in the side of a parking lot, a store parking lot, like every other place around here. So didn't realize you had to be in a club just to buy their damn gas.
Well, you don't. So here's a way around that. If you know somebody who is a Costco membership, has a Costco membership,
man, we don't even have them. I don't know nobody.
Then you can get one of those. They can get you a prepaid card, and you can use it for gas.
Well, you better hook me up for Christmas then. I think a $200 card will work nicely.
Okay, you send me $300 and I'll get you a $200 gas card. You have no response to that, do you?
Damn Costco people.
Yes, you can use. They have it says right on the prepaid cards that they're, for whatever. And the thing is if you get if somebody gives you one of those prepaid Costco cards, you can go in the store and buy stuff in the store without having to have a membership because you're using their card. Otherwise, to buy anything inside the store, you have to have a membership.
I just don't do the membership deals. We have Sam's Club here, and that's like that here, where they have somebody standing by the door asking for your damn info or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I've been in there with other people that had, the card or whatever, but yeah, it always seems weird. Like you got to pay to go to the place to spend your money. Like, it's crazy. What other establishment does that type of stuff? Like, I don't know. It just seems weird. So I guess it seems weird that so many people do it. I realize like you pay and half the time they give you some kind of coupon that covers your membership, but still, it's just the principle of the matter. Like, you had to pay to go in there. Like who the hell do they think they are? Like, I
So-
take my money somewhere else. Like, what the hell? Like, I
So-
ain't paying you to spend money. Like, kind of shit is that, man? Yeah.
So truly, when Costco first started out, it was not meant for the general public. Costco was actually there for businesses. And so it was, a way for businesses to be able to buy in bulk and get a reasonable, price. Never did they think that it would catch on with the general public. Boy, did they find out that they were wrong, because when they decided to do a test run to allow just anyone in, as if you wanted to buy a membership, it went like gangbusters, and now there's Costco's almost everywhere. So, yeah, Defense Dad says, I pretty much only buy gas and toilet paper at Costco. And yeah, you can, if you shop it right, your overall savings will be way more than any of the membership cost. So, and then if you are an executive member, yeah, you can get.
It's the principle, though. To me, like I said, a lot of times they give you a coupon that values your membership, but it's just the principle of the matter. Like, I don't know. I realize lots of people do it. I mean, that's fine, but I'm just saying, for me, it bugs me. I don't know. Like, how would you feel if you had to pay me $5 to go to my website and buy something? Like, wouldn't you feel kind of funny about that? Like, even if I gave you a coupon, you'd still feel funny. Nobody does that. You know what I mean? It's just
Everybody does that.
nobody does that. What are you talking about?
Okay. Let me put it into a simple for you. When you go to a gun show, do you not have to pay an entrance fee to get into said gun show?
If you go to a gun show, I guess.
But there you go. You have to pay to get in to
Yeah, but if
potentially
I want
buy
to go
something.
buy sneakers, or if I want to go buy food, typically without going to Costco, if I want to go buy gas, if I don't know, if I need a lighter, if I need a box of nails, if I need any of this type of stuff, if I'm traveling across the country and need a soda, I don't have to pay to buy one. I mean,
Yes,
it's
you have
just
to
not
pay to.
common.
you
Well,
have to
yeah, I
pay-
got to pay to buy one, but I don't have to pay to get in the door to buy one. Like, that's just not, you don't call your insurance company and say, hey, here's your $5. Can you take my money now? Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, it's just weird. I guess, as a business to buy in some type of club or something, I guess, it makes sense or something. I don't know. But, and then, it's the whole club thing too. So it just seems weird to me. That's all. So,
So Daniel God is my judge says, well, this is New York Outcast. Just tell him the flowers are cheaper.
apparently not, or he'd be buying some, because he says flowers are like $100, and that's why he doesn't waste his money.
They're like 50 fucking bucks for fucking flowers. They're stupid.
Well, you see, then apparently Costco's ain't a good deal, because I got flowers for like $10.
So, when we lived in South Carolina, you could go to a bar, and certain bars were members only bars. So, and in those member only bars,
Talking about the gay clubs.
no. So, like, you would pay, $5 or $10 for like a lifetime membership. And then you were able to smoke inside said bar. If you went to just a regular bar that wasn't a members bar, you were not allowed to smoke inside said bar in South Carolina.
Okay, I've heard of similar stuff. Like around here, there was a thing where the bars would get fined if you smoked in them. So a lot of bars would have like a smoking jar, they call it tip jar or whatever, up on the bar with a shitload of money in it. And then somebody wanted to light up a cigarette. Somebody'd bump them on the shoulder and point to the jar, and they throw a couple bucks in, and that goes towards, the couple times a year the inspector rolls up and busts the place with a $10,000 fine. Like, seriously, like there was just thousands of dollars in cash just sitting on the bar in these jars. It was like a big thing for a long time. I haven't been to a bar in I don't know how long now, so I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but because people were willing to just pay, help the bar pay for the fine, basically. But it wasn't called a club. It was just open to fines.
Yeah, and so, I don't think any of them did that down in South Carolina. I don't know. I just paid the $5 and got a lifetime membership. So, it's like,
There's just a way around the law.
yeah, it was a way around the law. And like, we have another store over here in the Northwest. It's called Bimart, and they charge a $5 lifetime membership. And then you can go in there, And then Defense Dad says, "Oh, and the $1.50 for a giant hot dog and soda, and you don't need a membership to eat at you don't have to have a membership to go to the deli either. It's like $2 for a giant slice of pizza."
That ain't shit. If you're nice to the girl at Extra Mart, she'll give you the kid club deal, and you get 2 damn hot dogs and a drink for like $2.
Well, Yep. So Scotsman says, so what do you feel about all these channels asking you to be a member, etc.? Same thing. Yeah. If they want to have it as a members only channel, that's their right, and if people want to be a member of the said channel, let them. Again, it really comes down to, it's America. Freedom of choice. It's your money. You're free to spend it however the fuck you want to spend it.
Now, what do you mean by channel member? That's what you mean, like donator or something?
Yeah, like certain
Okay.
channels.
The way I see it, like if I subscribe, I watch your shit. I'm a member. I don't know. So, yeah, that's why I'm just clarifying and try to figure it out. What exactly you mean? You're talking about people that donate, like with Patreon, a few bucks or whatever every month.
Yeah, well, so YouTube now has their own feature called like channel member, which is kind of like having a Utreon.
Okay. I've seen that pop up in some people's chats, but I always hit deny because I'm already watching it, so I don't know what more you want from me. So,
well, some people, if you want to wrench in, their chat, you have to, it's pay to play. Other people,
they don't pay to fix something, or do I just have a power trip and want to ban people?
Yep. Some people will pay it just because, hey, I want to be able to time people out or whatever, Who cares?
I don't know. I think you should get paid to have a wrench. You know, that's like putting expectations upon you.
I gave a lot of people a wrench on my channel because some people were accidentally getting timed out because, you know, people on the phones would accidentally bump a button and time somebody out, and so I was giving a lot of people wrenches, you know. I think probably 90% of the people that are subscribed to my channel have a wrench. So, right now, after 31 minutes of the poll, we're going to end it, and 59% of the people say it's soda. So, soda it is.
You better let your wife know from this day forward. We don't want to hear none of this pop shit on this show.
Okay, so Rob says to tell you.
Don't say Rob said.
From this day forward, we don't want to hear any of this bullshit of it being called pop on this channel. It is to be referred to as soda.
God. I think that's only East Coast creeps who call it soda, by the way.
Oh, did you hear that, Rob?
No, I don't have earbuds on, unfortunately. All right, I wish I did hear her, but I didn't hear her.
I think they call ice cream custard or something.
She says it's only East Coast creeps that call it soda.
Oh, come on. I don't know. Call me a creep. What is that?
Yes, getting personal. I got called a heathen.
Hey, G23 asked me to hang out in the closet, okay? I didn't do that by choice.
Oh. The Crazy Scotsman says, I think it should be like it was before YouTube went full commie, and now we have so many damn bots, etc. 90% have wrenches on my chat because of this. I don't ever expect anyone to pay me for doing something I choose to do. Yeah. Yep. You know, I have people who I gave a hell of a lot of wrenches out, so if bots or trolls or, you know, people come into the chat and want to be jackasses, they can be gone, you know. And I figure if the people that have wrenches ban somebody from the chat, they probably deserve to get banned from the chat.
Oh my goodness, don't be blowing people's heads up now. It's going to get to the point where somebody says that Glocks are ugly and they get banned from the chat around here.
Gizzard says, just put your chat in subscriber only mode, and you don't ever have to have bots anymore. Yep. And then you're limiting your audience to people that are subscribed to you, because why am I going to subscribe to you to watch your content to find out if I like your content?
You do make a good point. I've seen other chats that are like that, that I was about to chat into, but says you got to be a member or this or that. And at that point, then I just go somewhere else, honestly. So, but just because of that. And sometimes it's not really something I'd want to be a member of. I just bumped into the chat. So, yeah. In that sense, maybe it works. I don't know. But you're probably not going to pick up any subs if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a conversation, That's it's not going to work that way. And who knows? Maybe that's part of the bot's goals. Get people to switch it like that so you don't have to do manual labor on it. So others don't pop in. I don't know. On a side note, there was some grown guy hanging over like my bump earlier, messing around with his fly. I thought he was pissing on my car, and I ran down there to take my ass to jail, apparently, but he didn't. I guess he was just messing with his stuff. But it's kind of crazy, man. Like, looked like he was pissing on my car. That would have been a problem, man.
Defense Dad says I should Photoshop your face onto this picture, and I would if I knew how to fucking Photoshop. So, just imagine Rob's face right there, and then
What? My face?
that's what Defense Dad said. So
I like the crocodile shirt, but it had to be green or something.
he says you need to Photoshop Rob's face onto this pic of middle-aged man from SNL. LOL. So.
Yep, he's a damn shit starter.
Yep. Gizzard says you can watch the damn stream without commenting. All you have to do on my chats is wait 5 damn minutes after subscribing. So.
Yeah, but if they're anti, do they want to subscribe to your channel? If I'm watching like a Fox News thing and they're saying a bunch of shit and I want to make a comment that doesn't agree with their opinion, I'm not allowed to unless I join. And it seems like censoring. I mean, maybe my opinion's a point that you can make your show on. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not just straight stupidity where I'm just, talking about feelings or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it stops even our end from, growing elsewhere in a sense as others do it. So is it really a good thing? I don't know.
I know if I clicked on, a live chat and it said you have to subscribe, I'm just going to go to a different live chat, It's just the way I am, and I really don't care how anyone else wants to run their channel. That's their channel, It's all up to each content creator.
Yeah. I've like I said, honestly done the same. But again, I feel my opinion was more right than the opinions I was seeing in the chat. That's why I wanted to comment. But possibly somebody could have thought and looked into something later. You know what I mean? So like it could go both ways, but it's just how people do it. You know what I mean? So it just again seemed to kind of limit things. But to each their own. I was watching Gary's when he got hit with a bunch of bots, and it was like nonstop until he switched his thing over. So I mean, I can understand his line of thinking because it solved the problem, but it might be, no disrespect, short-sighted in a sense in the long term, though. That's all I'm stating. But like you said, everybody can do what they want with their channel. It's their channel. So see how things go.
Yeah, and I have been in chats where all of a sudden, the chat just gets like blown up with bots. It happened on Georgia Trapping and Fishing. A couple bots came in there, and the mods took care of it. And after 5 or 10 minutes of them trying and getting hammered every time they tried, they stopped. So I guess there's a couple different mentalities, and the content creator is the one who ultimately decides how they want to run their channel.
Yep. Yeah. Now, me, I'd personally let my mods do what they claim they want to do. I guess if if they're mods, so, in that sense. But because that's just straight bottery crazery or whatever. But and just ignore them. I mean, it's like the stupid kid in school or something. You can't argue with him. He's an idiot. You just tune him out, man.
Yeah. It was actually that live stream was really fun that day. Like pretty much every mod was having fun playing whack-a-mole. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, they each their own. So America.
Yep. Bernie says that it's the best food channel on the web. Talking about Georgia. No, Georgia Trapping and Fishing. It does end up in a food chat a lot, especially if I'm there, Bernie's there, Tim S. If oh crap, there's a couple other channels. Somehow food will be brought up. Country Line Adventures, Country Line Adventures, and Jen is there. If she's there, bam. Bernie says I'd put Rob in timeout. Well, Rob, I do not believe has a wrench in this chat, so he could be fair game to anyone who wanted to time his ass out.
Yeah, you're welcome to. But I got a memory like an elephant, so just have the balls to tell me it was you.
Hell, what are you talking about? YouTube rats on him. It'll say G23 timed somebody out for 300 seconds. It's pretty straightforward. So Misfit says How does Rob not have a wrench, but I do? Do we have to go back to that story from a long, long time ago? When you first started coming in and Rob did have a wrench and you didn't?
Because she's a chick, and he's always easy on the chicks. So I don't know what you're getting at here, but if they like Glocks or they're chicks, you give them a wrench.
No, it goes back to you were like typing in the chat and stuff, and she couldn't like silence you because you had a wrench and she didn't, so I gave her a wrench and then I took your wrench away so that she could time you out if she wanted, because that was around the time Mia was still out in the chat and Midnight Range TM, and Midnight had said something and Mia timed him out and she said, "Oh, I want to be able to do that," so I took your wrench from you and gave Misfits a wrench.
So I didn't even use the wrench. You just preactively pre-crime stole my wrench, huh? That's how this shit went. Okay.
I profiled you.
Like I said, stopped on the chicks.
Oh.
Damn Glock guys.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. And I don't know why I've never given... Oh, because you haven't been out there commenting, so I can't give you a wrench back.
Yeah, usually even now I'm not looking at the chat or anything, so usually I don't. So I probably should just see how much crap people are talking out there, because I know how they are. So
there is a shit ton out there.
Damn guys. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure they're laughing with me and not at me.
Yeah. Rob has government motors. He has plenty of wrenches.
Hey, every man should have a variety of wrenches. Okay. It's different tools for different jobs. You got to have those little short wrenches, you know. You want your 6 points. You want your ratcheting wrenches. You want your swivel wrenches. Yeah, wrenches are important. But, they cost money.
I don't know who Bald's getting on more. You or the Scotsman. He says only people worse than Glock guys are S&W guys.
He just sent his ass back to Russia. I'm tired of this shit.
So like I said, I don't know who he's getting on worse, you or the Scotsman. Because I know the Scotsman loves his S&Ws. Loves those revolvers.
Has Glock come out with some easy type of slide yet to help out the people with hand issues or anything like that? Yeah. It, if they come out with newer colors of anything, I mean, has Glock done anything besides be a Glock? Come on, ball.
So the Scotsman says, I agree with Rob for once. Let's send that fucker back. And then Daniel got as my judge says, no, it's Rob. So he's saying that Bald's getting on your ass more than he's getting on the Scotsman. Yeah, Misfit. I have seen your bartender. He said he was going on strike. Bald says, Rob, people that can't rack a slide shouldn't carry a gun.
Oh, that's horrible. It's horrible. That's so anti-American of you, my friend. There's a lot of senior citizens that have fought hard for this country that would love to kick some ass on the way out. Just give them a reason. You know, there's a lot of grandmas out there. A lot of people that were injured for some reason or another. Even young people have wrist problems. You know, if you want to go by statistics nowadays, I wouldn't be shocked if half the young guys don't have wrist problems. If you get what I'm saying. So, you know, there's a spot for that.
People that can't rack the slide carry a revolver, says Bald and Curious.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's purely wrong, but whatever.
Ooh, you're getting called out there, Rob. The Misfit Starling says, if he goes on strike, I go on strike. He wouldn't like me on strike.
She talks a lot of shit.
I bet you if she went on strike for a week, you'd be like crying after 2 days.
Out of respect, I'm going to plead the fifth.
The Misfit Starling says Rob's gonna have wrist problems if he doesn't find my bartender. So, Squib loads out there. Welcome, Squib. Best type of whiskey? Rye. Free. That's always the good stuff. Daniel says, Rob, get her a damn drink, or you be crying like an 8-year-old girl.
Please. She keeps this up, I'm going to go drop her off and get my refund.
You probably don't even remember where you... Never mind. Squib says, rye is good. I like bourbon. Gun-toting pacifist says Crown Royal. So... I don't know. I like Pendleton, 12-year-old rye. It's pretty delicious.
I like free whiskey. It's okay.
Best type of cognac. Again, I think that just becomes free. I don't even think I can name a cognac besides like Jameson. Can you think of any other cognac besides Jameson?
Nah, I didn't even know that was a cognac. But that's definitely an ingredient in Irish coffee. So just can't remember the other one now. But Jameson's one of them.
So Misfit says that she's loving her new socks. I guess Squibload sent you a new pair of socks and she stole them from you.
No, the bastard didn't send them to me. He sent them to her. So, but sent her a pair of the Grip 6 ones. So, which she says she likes. And to be honest, I'm wearing a pair of socks I got from Squib myself as we speak, which seem to be holding up quite well. So, apparently, Squib cares for your feet. I do appreciate it. Yeah, socks to my lady is like flowers to the average lady. She loves socks. If I hit the lottery, I got to buy her a new pair of socks for every day. That's her goal. Seems to be her goal in life. I don't know. She's a sock junkie. I can't explain it. So the day those came in, I really didn't have a choice but to buy flowers because I couldn't be showing up that damn bad. So she was pretty happy that day. New pair of socks and flowers and coffee.
So Scotsman says to send Balden a link. I don't have his email. Oh, sorry, it's Hennessy. Hennessy is cognac, not Jameson. And Courvoisier, or Courvoisier.
I don't know. We always drink for the effect, so not too familiar with all the different types out there. So more of a rum person myself. Rum, vodka, tequila, that type of stuff.
There's Grand Marnier, or whatever. There's your Courvoisier. Hennessy. So there you go. There's some different Hennessy cognacs.
So is that something that tastes like shit by itself, like gin? Just something you're supposed to mix with something, or is that something you just pour a glass of and drink?
I don't know. I don't drink the stuff. I mean, I've had Hennessy. but I've always had it like mixed with other. Like if you take, like Captain Morgan 151, Hennessy, and Sprite. Yep, there you go. You're welcome. Squib says Grand Marnier have orange liqueur in it. Okay. Then I got called a heathen. Cognac only with rock. So I guess you're supposed to drink it over ice. I don't know.
Was it Defense Dad calling you a heathen again?
No, that was David Walcott.
Oh, okay.
Or Walcott. Yeah. He said I was a heathen for mixing it. Balding Curious says Hennessy and Sprite.
I think I've had that before. But I don't recall what it was like or whatever, so I believe that was going around at a party or two.
So
Used to be a thing for a while, wasn't it? Like Lease in the Hood.
Oh yeah. Hennessy was huge for a while. So have a good evening, Hasbros. Yeah, like in the 90s, everybody was drinking Hennessy. Or they're drinking Hennessy, Jameson, or Cavassier, because that's what it was like in a lot of the rap music. Or Dom Perignon, because, you know, or Cristal, late 90s, early 2000s, everyone's talking about popping Cristal.
Yeah, I don't know. I was never into that. So.
Yeah. Daniel says, you forgot the best booze, Mad Dog 2020.
No, definitely not the best, but that's closer.
Oh, you might as well say like Night Train or Boone's Farm.
Hey, Boone's wasn't bad, man. Boone's, it was better than the St. Ives Special Brews. So.
Well, you got the Boone's Farms for your girl, so, you know.
You slammed 2 of those in an hour. You were feeling good.
David Walcott says, anyone like White Russian?
I think Bald's wife does.
Oh, but isn't he like Slovakian, or isn't he like a Slovak or
take
something?
the fun out of it. It pisses him off when I call him a Russian. So that's just the thing. So he's one of those guys.
He could be a Polak.
No, I've had white Russians. The drink. And they're not bad. They're really not. So I think they're similar to a mudslide, if I remember correctly. So, which wasn't bad. I mean, grasshoppers are pretty good. I've had a lot of different drinks, but as far as what I'm willing to make myself, I don't want to spend 10 minutes doing all the fancy shit to get a drink. Like I said, we drink for the effect. I do like some of them frozen drinks now and then, but again, usually I'm not making them, so there's a difference.
So like
I can't turn into work, maybe for the first drink or two, but after that, you're not looking for work.
Misfits Darling says Brandy Alexander is better than White Russian.
Eh.
So Daniel's going with the technicality that Slovakia was part of Russia when Bald was born. So I just thought he was a Polak. I don't know why. There you go. Like Scotsman says, he was a Russian. Most importantly, he is an American now. He's half American. I mean, he is a Yorker.
He's seen the light, baby.
If he was in like Tennessee or, someplace else than New York or New Jersey, I'd probably say, yeah, he's an American. But New York, New Jersey, he's only half.
Well, come on now. Even New York was a big step for this guy. I mean, we've got color TV.
Do you?
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Never been there.
I mean, look at the guns he gets to play with. I know it's horrible because it's New York, but compared to Mother Russia, there's a difference.
So he says, fuck New York. Another year and I'm out. Fuck this state. Tennessee next year. So David Walcott says, New York and New Jersey people, hey, we walk here. Hey, we walk in here. Yeah.
Oh, not all of us. Some of us might mow that entitled bastard down. But I won't point out any specifics.
Daniel God is my judge says, and CZ was part of USSR to get kicked to the curb by USSR and CZ. So I'm guessing Mighty Mouse has decided he's not going to show up.
Yeah, apparently. It's too cool for your show now.
Yep.
He got his own show later tonight.
He's got. Is it tonight?
Yep. He don't need you today.
I know he does one on Saturday, every other Saturday night. But then he does his mouse parties almost every Wednesday.
What really happens with gun buybacks? So I'm curious his angle on it tonight. So I've done a bit of research on that. I've been to gun buyback, so I'm curious if his information matches up with mine.
I don't know. I've never been to a gun buyback. Because one, I don't believe the government has ever owned any firearm that I own. So why would I go to attempt to sell them a gun that they never owned at one point in time?
That's not the only reason to go to a gun buyback.
If you live in a state that doesn't require universal background checks than
Well, you
going.
can still do a background check at a dealer.
But how many of those people that are there are going to be willing to go down the road to an FFL or decide, you know what, I'll just go get my $25 from the government?
You're never gonna know if you don't ask, buddy.
And I don't know of any gun buybacks in this area. I've never heard of one around here. So
Yeah, they're pretty selective. They don't advertise them the same way they used to around here because some crazy dude would show up flipping a sign trying to make a deal with you. And it turned out being a huge ordeal where the news came by and the police came by and then undercovers came by trying to sell you illegal shit. And then the news never ran it because you talked too quick and they couldn't chop it up. So, yeah. They get selective on advertising now.
I'm not going to say that Portland doesn't have them. I would almost guarantee you that Portland holds them. You know, because that's pretty much where Measure 114, if it truly passes, considering they haven't even counted all the votes yet, all the votes would have come out of there. So
yeah, they have the SAFE Act here. So, to me, it's common knowledge, obviously, because I live here. Other people may not realize, but in that sense, you can't just sell a gun to another permitted person in our state or whatever. You can't gift one to your child or your partner, basically. Any gun trade, you can, but you can't do it without going through your FFL, basically. Even if you're cleared and you have a permit, I can't sell you a gun without going to the gun store and having them run a check on you, paying them to run a check on you. And then legally I can transfer it over to you. So same thing with a gun buyback. So basically if you'd like cash and something reasonable instead of this $20 to $50 gift card, all you got to do is meet me at any gun shop. So, we'll deal with the expenses then, and I'll cover that, and we'll make our deal. But so that's how it can work. But a lot of people are scared. They don't know the law. And then there's a lot of people that are biased. So the last gun buyback I went to, the guy that was running it was at a church. The dude almost got ran over in the road a few times. The cops ended up yelling at him because he was yelling at the cops, telling them to arrest me. And the cops feel like he's not doing nothing wrong. And the dude was just freaking the hell out. So I went in, checked the whole place out, spoke to the undersheriff because they were actually there personally. And like I said, it turned out to be a huge ordeal. But did get some offers and did get some potential setups. So it was a 50-50. So, but it can be done legally. And honestly, if grandma's going to turn in a beautiful 1911 for $50, at least let me give you a couple hundred for it. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm trying to do you better than they are. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but some people were scared to death.
So David Walcott says, is Chad still a thing? That was Seattle. And I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? I don't go to Seattle. I don't go to Portland. So
isn't that where the Glock Club meetings are?
I don't know. I don't go to those.
Oh, come on now. Nobody's going to believe that.
Hell, I own more Tauruses than I own Glocks.
Dude, you can't be named G23 and then go around trying to disclaim Glocks. Like,
Glocks are good pistols, you know?
you might be on the other side, but nobody likes a damn traitor, bro.
Glocks are good pistols, and, you know, I'm not going to, you know, say, oh, they're the worst piece of shit out there. I guarantee you there's other companies that are worse. You know, I'm not going to say they're the best and the only thing since sliced bread, because they're not. Do I carry a Glock? Yes. Do I care if you carry a M&P? Hell no. Am I going to talk shit about you carrying an MP? Yes, I am. Am I going to talk shit about your CZ and call you a hipster and ask you where your man bun and skinny jeans are? Absolutely. It's just the way we are. But at the end of the day, do I give a crap? No. Do I care that you're actually carrying a firearm? Yes. That's the way that's the way it is. I really don't care what you carry. Hell, if you want to trust your life to a Sky, that's your choice. I'm not gonna say, you know, how retarded you are. You know, I might tell you what I think of that firearm, but at the end of the day, it's your choice to make whatever decision you want to make about what kind of firearm you want to carry.
Well, I don't know. Would carrying a Sky be considered child neglect because it's more likely not to work, or would that be grounds for a divorce?
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
I'm thinking if your husband or wife were going to buy a Sky and you couldn't convince them to get something different, absolutely, it would be definitely good grounds for divorce.
I mean, I know every gun has a place, but I thought that was like the evil mother-in-law gun. Like, yeah, it might be wrong for a father to own that.
So, as Misfit says, the new Gov is worse than the last one who was thrown out of office. Was that Chris Christie? Or who was your last governor?
Cuomo.
Homo?
Yeah, I believe Cuomo.
Oh, Como.
He was Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, he was removed, and then this other lady came in. Can't think of her name now. So, but yeah, she was. I mean, yeah, this is known. I don't know. Some people had hope, but this is known. She was part of his team forever. You know, basically, she's just kicking the can further down the road. So, and somehow she got voted back in, which I don't believe, but I don't want to discuss that whole thing because, you know, I don't want to get your channel banned, but that's all I should say. But it I don't know. It just don't seem to add up to me. So I don't understand it. But yet she got the job. So it's amazing. Truly is.
I'm not going to read this comment, but I'll let you read it there, Rob.
See, this guy's got to be drunk or something. I don't know. You know? I guess typical New Yorker just talking shit. I don't know. But
Yep. Well, I think we're going to end this, and everyone have a great evening. So, see you possibly next Saturday. Who knows? I might be drunker than a skunk, depending upon what we hear earlier in the week. You got any closing plugs before we get out of here?
No, not really. Thanks for joining us. Don't get brainwashed by the Glock crowd and eat a salad.